45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah, 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah.
Look, I was passive aggression, passive aggressiveness. I left him hanging like loose ties is loose ties. Either not, he begging to go or not. Depends on the situation. He going up like inflation. Fuck all the haters that said that he couldn't make it. My brother drowned in the lake. How could all you people mistake it? He fought hard for what he had. Murderers holding guns. You worried about all the extra till water gets in your lungs, nigga. Hey, how could you do this shit? How could you do this when you know I'm going through this shit? Real shit, G shit, I really do this shit. I ain't about it, but you know I'm walking through this shit. Look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Yeah.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah.
Fuck, I ran, I hit the dealer. Serving Coke 45 at the bleachers. Gotta follow for a follow, I'm the leader. Hit the bitch, then I pass, I don't need her. But don't call Peter. Like the Griffins with the lowest with the Peter. At the pops, he be smoking gasoline. I cannot fuck with these leaners.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Oh my God, we don't have the lights on. Let there be light, chat. Let there be light. Good morning. What's up? How are we doing? I got the hustle hat on today. You know what that means. We hustling. Where are my hustlers at in the chat? Let me get an H in the chat if you are a hustler. Let me get an H in the chat. What's up, Jelani? Forex Ninja. Paulo. Hi, Paulo. Good morning. Jess. Daquan. Good morning. Harmonious. Jug Deep. Dureska, I see you. Mr. Darian. What's up, Dylan? Dylan, you came back, Dylan. I appreciate you. You said you was going to come back and you came right back. Look at that. W in the chat for Dylan. Can we also get a W in the chat for Dylan, chat? He discovered me yesterday. He said he's coming back. He came right back. That deserves a W. Let's get those W's for Dylan, fam. Let's welcome him into the community. Let's show him how welcoming we are, because we are very welcoming here. All right, check this out, chat. I got into a trade last night, and I may or may not have passed. So I'm gonna let you take a guess in the chat. How much money away am I from passing these 5 take profit accounts? Take a guess in the chat. How much money away? How far away am I from passing all 5? And then I'll reveal it to you in a second. You got like 10 seconds to guess. How much more money do we need to pass? Keep in mind that I just passed this 100K combine in front of you a week ago. In 9 days. I tell you one thing, if they really trade, they should be able to come up here and pass challenges back to back in front of you. Back to back. Boom, 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 boom. If you really do this for a living, you should be able to do that in front of your audience. Right? Right, chat? All right, let's see. What's your guess? $26. That's a good guess. 0. 200. 825. 500. 100. Forex Ninja says I passed. 800. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning. Paulo says 100. Okay. What's up, Get Wrecked? Good morning. $30 away? Okay. Somebody was really, really close. Somebody in the chat was like really, really close. All right, check it out. Here's the answer. Whoever said 200 is the winner. All right, so we need $207 to pass all 5 of these. Mind you, we just started these. $207. All right, so you can go ahead and vote in that poll for me. Will we get it on the first try? Will it take 3 tries? I hope not. Or will it take 4 tries? Or are we going to rage quit and come back tomorrow? Are we going to go so far backwards that we're like, you know what? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all going to get one of these? I hope y'all don't get one of those. That'd be OC. That'd be crazy, right? That would be OC. If I have to come back tomorrow, I'm definitely rolling this up. Nah, chat, let's not manifest that, chat. Let's manifest getting it done, knocking it out the park, calling it a day, right? Hi, Lua. Hi, Amanda. Brian says 20 pips, easy. Easy. All right, chat, you know how we do here. Before we get started here in the market, we got to start this off with our daily affirmation. So let me get a 111 in the chat. Angel numbers. 111. We always start off with positivity. We don't care what's going on in the market. We need to start off with positivity. All right, let me get a 111 in the chat. Let's see what I got for you this morning. Today is April 9th. Well, wrong button. All right, it says, you don't have to fit into a mold to be worthy of belonging. You will find your people by being your true self. Snap, snap, huh? Just be you, chat. You don't need to fit in with the crowd. Too many people want to be accepted, and we're humans, so we want people to like us, right? That's just natural. But the truth is just be you, and people will naturally gravitate to you. You know what I mean? Just be you. Who cares? Don't care about what other people think. That's why a lot of you get stuck trying to day trade, because you're trying to figure out, well, everybody said this. Well, everybody said to do this strategy. Everyone's following ICT. Everyone's da-da-da. You know what? 97% fail, and look what they're all doing. They're all following each other. They're all copying each other. So you need to be that person that says, you know what? I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. You know what I'm saying? Why so serious? Don't you need 5 days to pass? Yeah, you just need 5 trading days. So if we hit it today, then we can size down to 1 micro, which we're already doing 1 micro. And we can just click buy sell in like 1 second, and that counts as a trade. Whether it's $1 plus $1 minus $1, no matter what it is, it counts as a trade. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. You do need 5 trading days. So we'll hit those 5 trading days on Friday. But as far as the target, I mean, we passed. That's it. All right. So yeah, I would like to get, yeah, so Friday would be 5 trading days. Okay. Okay, so are you able to flip days? Think you didn't know that? Yeah, you're good. No, you're good. So yeah, remember on Topstep, you have to have 5 $200 winning days. So they're not just 5 trading days, but you have to make at least 200 or more. Versus Take Profit Trader, it's just a trading day. There's no, oh, you have to make at least 100 or 200. Nope. There's no, oh, it has to be a profitable day. It could be a red day. It's fine. As long as you took out a trade. So yeah, that's my advice to y'all, because I see a lot of people saying, oh, I passed Take Profit Trader in 2 days, but I still got 3 trading days, and then they blow it up. And it's like, well, why would you blow it up on the last 3 days? Just use 1 micro, buy, sell, done. You know? Come on. All right, on that note, I did take away gold on our screen here because, well, if you've been on stream, I haven't traded it in like 3 weeks. We're about to be a whole month not trading gold. So I really, if you noticed all week and all last week, I haven't paid it any mind on stream really. And that's because the time changed and we're starting like an hour and a half later than when I lived on the East Coast. But we're also starting an hour later than what we was a couple months ago. So usually my setups on gold are at 8, 8:15, 8:30. We're starting at 9 o'clock New York time. So we're starting after I usually take those setups, you know? Okay. So yeah, we're doing NAS. I'll do the analysis in like 2 minutes. We have some time. I'm waiting for 9:30, so we have some time. How do I get multiple pro accounts on TBT? Hey, Graphite. How do you get multiple accounts? So you have to pass the test first. So you got to get multiple test accounts first. And then when you pass, you'll get the pro accounts. But how do you get multiple? You just purchase them individually. So, you know, you add one to your cart. You put that official link code in. You don't have to worry about paying an activation fee with my code. You're good to go. You're getting 30% off. Purchase it. Boom, done. It'll bring it to the dashboard. You can refresh it a few times and it'll be there. And then do the same thing. Add another one to the cart. I wouldn't advise doing 5 at a time unless you find your profitability in trading already. I would say take it slow. I mean, if you want to do 2 at a time, 2 at a time. You know, pass and then say, okay, now I want to do 2 more. You know what I mean? Like slowly build it up. But yeah, I wouldn't, I'm just being honest with you. I wouldn't advise getting anything higher than the 50K because the 50K is cheaper and it's much easier to pass. You only have to make 3,000. So my advice is to go with the cheaper one. Just go for the 50K. Get a 3K target. That's so simple, right? Well, it's not easy to do. Let's be honest. It's not easy to do. I don't mean in that terms. I mean in the terms compared to the other profit targets, right? Instead of trying to make 6K, you only got to go for 3K. Now remember, there is a buffer before you hit those daily payouts, okay? Bad thing about TPTs after your funded trailing drawdown change is not EOD anymore. Yeah, until you get above the buffer zone. If you get above the buffer zone, you're good. But you got to get above the buffer zone to get paid, so. Have you traded ES? Not in a long time, not in years. It's been before 2020, I can tell you that. It's been a long time since I traded the S&P. Hi, Francis. Good morning. Good vibes, 7. Do I need to pass another test? I'm not sure what you mean. You passed the test account. Let me pull it up for you so you can visually see it. All right, here we go. We're on the website. So it's right here. This is your funded journey. So you take the test account, which is the evaluation. And then when you pass, you get the pro account, which is the funded account. You do well in the pro account, just like Topstep, they'll move you over to a live account. Their live account is called Pro Plus. Oh my God, I can't talk. Holy, I can't talk. So yeah, the test is the funded. The test is the test, the evaluation. The pro is the funded. The Pro Plus is the live. Real simple. Very similar to Topstep. Except Topstep is called what? A combine. And then you get the XFA, which is the funded. You know, everyone has their own terminology, right? That makes sense, y'all. That makes sense. They have, if you scroll all the way down, they have visit our knowledge base. That's where you can get all your questions answered. Or if you are already on the website, it is at the top, knowledge base. And then you can type in, you know, you can click on the categories, what you want to know about. If you want to know about the test rules, if you want to know about the funded rules, if you want to know about the live account rules, or you can just kind of search your question, or you can just ask the chat help, right? Ask the chat help. One more question. What about the consistency rule for the evals? 50% consistency rule on the website. You don't need 2 days. Yeah, so 50% consistency rule, yep, to pass. Which isn't bad. I agree with the 50%, just like I told y'all the same thing with Topstep. Topstep has 50%. I agree with 50%. Because if you think about it, on a 50K account, you're only allowed 2K drawdown. By the time you make 1,500, I mean, GG's. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, if you're risking, you got to think about how much you're risking. And then, like, you know, by the time you reach, if you're risking like $200, for you to multiply that money out and get up to 1,500 on a day, as a professional trader, you got to know when to call it a day. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with it. So what I would do is I would not hit the 1,500. What I would do is what you saw me do Monday, which I hit the 1,500. I was a little above, but I lost on purpose to get it down to 14 and change. I would keep it 14 and change. That way the percentage is under 50 no matter what. So yeah, chat, stop yourself at 1,400 and change. Don't actually get up to 1,500. That would be my advice. Same thing with Topstep. Topstep, I'll have my thing on like, well, I was doing the 100K, so it was 3K. Yeah, we had our thing on like 2,900, right? 100 less. Is the buffer 80% of the target? The buffer is the trailing drawdown. Let's go ahead and get that for you. All right. So yeah, there's no consistency rule once you're in the pro account. So the consistency rule is just for you to pass. Just so you know, chat, consistency rule is just for you to pass, not for the pro account. Once you get funded, there's no consistency rule. But again, as a professional trader, you gotta hold yourself accountable. You know what I mean? You gotta know when to call it a day. You gotta have a goal, right? You have a goal in mind, boom, 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 done. You know? Not the drawdown. What was it? Where is it? Also, the news rule. The news rule is very crucial for you to know. There's a news rule in your funded account. Okay? They don't want you to have an open order 1 minute before the news or 1 minute after. That's pretty easy to follow, right? 1 minute before, 1 minute after. Okay? Which you shouldn't, honestly. So that's pretty simple. But what about I wanted the payout. Oh, no, not the tutorial. Hold on, chat. Payout policy. What time is it, chat? We got 5 minutes. All right, let's put a pause on this conversation. And we will get right back to it, okay? What qualifies as news? All the basic stuff. CPI, PPI. You know, FOMC, NFP. You know, anything that drops at 8:30. You know, all the basic stuff that's scheduled. Good morning, FCMO. I see you. All right, chat. I'll get back to your questions in a second. All right, let's do an analysis on Nasdaq. Just waiting for 9:30 opening here. Let's see. All right, so if we take a look at this on the weekly, try to ignore my levels. There's a lot of levels because we're coming back down into a range area. So if you take a look, we have a range over here, right? Coming back down into that area. We also have a range below it. But as you can see, we're just kind of in this range. All right. So with that said, it's going to be a little complex to say, oh yeah, price is just going to sell off today. I don't know. It may just range today. We'll see. As you could see, this candle on April 7th, this candle on April 8th, neither could break through, right? Because we're in a range. All right. Now, to me, if I were to extend this out, two ways to look at this. One, you can look at it as possible double bottom vibes. The other way, you can look at it as bear flag vibes, right? So there's a few different ways to look at it. I'm not going to sit here and play guessing games on it. You know, I don't do that. I will be scaling down on the lower time frame and just looking for smaller setups. I'm not going to sit here and try to be the greatest predictor in the world. I'm just looking for some small setups in this volume. That's what I've been doing, and that's how I've been executing this, you know. It's not like how we normally do our analysis and we're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're looking for this direction for the day. Today's a little, you know, this market conditions are a little tough. So yeah, I'll be scaling in, looking for smaller setups. I did not do the price limits for the day. Let me add, where's Topstep levels? Settlement is 17,244. So let's go ahead and get those price limits. 17,244. So the upper limit for the price limit today is going to be 18,106. $18,106. Okay, we need one more price limit, y'all. We need a price limit for the bottom. Let's get the calculator again. What was settlement? 17,244. Bottom price limit's going to be 16,381. Boom. All right, so those are the price limits of the day. I just used this just so I know where the settlement was. All right. So remember about the price limits. We talked about that, right? Gotta be careful. If price hits those, they're not going to allow me to trade the XFA here. All right, we got about 10 seconds till the opening. I'm just chilling, chat. I don't really have a direction right now. So I'm just chilling until I see a direction. VWAP is down there. Good to know. Turn on the moving average here. Oh yeah, okay. So I mean, it's very clear if we go down to a smaller time frame. We just had a bullish breakout, right? So as I always tell you, if you see a breakout, you gotta wait for the next train, right? You missed the bus, you wait for the next train. Looks like it was a head and shoulders type of vibe. Simple stuff, simple stuff. This happened at 8:30 in the morning. It started. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here. All right, back to your questions. While we're waiting, I'm gonna zoom in because I rewatched the stream yesterday, and my apologies. I tell you, I will miss chats. I may go in order, but if I rewatch the stream, there's always chats where I'm like, how did I not see that chat? I really will miss it. So a lot of you asked me to zoom in, so yeah, my apologies. I'll zoom in for you today. Okay. On the right side, we have Nasdaq on the 1 minute time frame. If just in case you can't read it, I will always keep this on the 1 minute time frame. Okay. All right. Let's see what questions you got. You emailed them. Okay, Dureska, if you emailed TPT, just be patient with them because the volume they're getting is insane. They're becoming extremely popular all around. So I know they're working on hiring more people to help with that. Ian, good morning. Are there delays with Topstep and stream? Are there delays on the stream? I don't think so. It looks like we're good so far. I'm looking at the stream connection. I don't see that we had any drops. As far as Topstep goes, I don't have an issue with Topstep, honestly. I gotta say, Topstep platform, like Topstep X, is by far my favorite platform to execute a trade on. I'll be honest with you, like I've traded on so many different platforms. I've traded on TradingView as a beginner when I had my live account with Owanda, my personal account. All I wanted to do was trade on TradingView. I thought that was the greatest thing in the world, chat, when I was a beginner. Oh my God, I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. That's so funny. Whoa, look at 9:30 here. Yeah, I trade on TradingView. I trade on MT4, MT5, desktop and mobile, and on iPad. I traded on ActTrader. We trade on Tradeovate. We trade on Topstep X. Yeah, we trade on a lot of platforms. By the way, if you want to see me trade on the ActTrader platform, chat, if you go to my channel and you click on videos, just scroll down, and it's this one right here. Account blown, question mark. This is a really good video. Now I did this live on stream, but just so you know, I mean, all my stuff I do live on stream. This whole channel is live stuff, you know. But yeah, if you want to see that Act Trader platform, it's pretty cool. Keep in mind, this is my personal live account. I put my own money in here, as you know. I think I think this one I put 20K in, I think. Right, chat? Who was there? I'm trying to look in the chat. Terrence, there we go. Terrence was there. Terrence was here. Terrence, you were here around this time, right? We were trading with, put 20K in this account. Yeah, Act Trader was an interesting platform to trade on. A little complex at first. But yeah, chat, you can check out that video. It's a cool video. You remember? Thank you, Terrence, for the confirmation. Good morning, Toad. What's up, Toad? Gotta love the current promo. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal to not pay an activation fee. Because like I told you, I mean, with Topstep, we love Topstep, but yeah, it's $50 up front for the 50K, but $150 for the activation fee. You're really paying $200 for 50K. I did the 100K, so how much did I spend? I spent $100 on the 100K. And then $150 on the fee, so I spent $250, right? Now with the Take Profit Trader accounts, I spent double that. Yeah, actually think about that, right? So I spent $250 to get the 100K Express versus on the Take Profit accounts, how much I spend? 500 and something? Because with my discount, it's 122. 122 times 5. Good morning, old wise man. What happened 3 a.m. this morning? Dow moved 580. Hey, it's that volume. What do you think about Apex? Great question. So I think that Apex is... How do I say this? I think that if you're going to do Apex, it should be secondary or third. And here's why. When you, first of all, at this point, it's more expensive than TPT because you do have to pay that activation fee. Was it like $130 for 50K? But the thing is after people are buying 10 accounts and 20 accounts and then they're blowing them up and then they're buying 10 again and 10 again. And before you know it, you done spent $1,000 on challenges and you didn't get nowhere yet, right? So I believe that maybe you should build up accounts with maybe Topstep or TPT first, get some payouts, and then you have enough capital, right? You want to have enough cash flow so that you can invest your money in Apex. You know what I mean? So there's that. They do have a buffer. TPT has a buffer too, but the difference is with Apex's buffer, you're only allowed, it's the buffer plus $100, which is stupid. And then they have a minimum and maximum withdrawal. TPT doesn't cap you. So yeah, I think that's annoying because to put in perspective, it's your first time here. Welcome in. Hey, welcome in. If you want to check out the last few live streams, we've been having a crazy week. We'll do 8K on Monday. I didn't even calculate how much we did yesterday, chat. We would do 4K yesterday. I don't even know. But yeah, we've been having some awesome setup. But welcome. If you are new and you're watching me, I've been trading up here since 2021. I'm one of the OG live streamers that was doing day trading before all the prop firm stuff. I was up here on my live account. Been doing this with y'all for years. I did take a break, but I'm back. So I'm back. Yeah, I could explain the buffer. I'm going to explain it with Apex as an example while we're waiting for 9:30 to settle in. Okay, so let's say you purchase an account with Apex. You pay the fee and all that. With the 50K, you have to make 3K to pass, right? And then with Apex, the buffer is the trailing drawdown, which is 2,500 on the 50Ks, the trailing drawdown. Their buffer is trailing drawdown plus $100. So your buffer is really $2,600. What does that mean? That means with Apex, when you get the funded account on the 50K, this is just for the 50K, you have to make $2,600, and then anything above that, you can get paid. So that means once you get your 50K, your account balance has to be above this number to be eligible for a payout. Also, they have a minimum to get paid is $500, which means for you to even get paid, add $500 to this number. So for you to get just one payout from Apex, let me see, let me do my math right, chat. Let me do my math right, chat. For you to get $500 payout from Apex, you have to make $3,100 just to take out the 500. Now keep in mind, you take out the 500, you're back at your buffer. So I would advise keeping some money in there. But you see what I'm saying? Now, the reason why you don't hear people complaining about this is because what are these influencers doing? They're all using minis and going crazy. So obviously using minis in this market, I mean, it's easy to make a couple thousand, let's be honest, but you don't have the full 50K. You have what they allow you for drawdown. So try to keep that in mind, chat. Too many of you are copying these influencers using minis and you're blowing up your accounts left and right. You watch me make 1,000 a day. You watch me make a couple thousand a day using micro. I've been preaching micros to you for a long time. So please take my advice. I actually live this. I do this. I do this. I live on a resort. Y'all know that. I do this. I've been doing this for years. Listen to me. Stop listening to people who got rich off of you. I've been had it. You know it. I'm trying to give you advice. You need to listen to people who are actually doing what you want to do. Listen to people who are actually full-time, because if you listen to people who aren't full-time, that's why you keep getting stuck. That's why 97% fail. Hello. I'm trying to tell you, scale down, use micros. You can make a lot of money with micros. It's so much easier to make back your losses with micros because you're risking small, right? You're risking 500 and 1,000. It's going to be hard to make back that money. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, so in summary, you have to make 3,000 to pass Apex 50K. Then you need to make $3,100 just to minimally be eligible for a $500 payout, which is what you need minimally to get paid. So in total, you have to make $6,100 just to get paid $500. And also there's a cap. There's a cap and a max. So that's why I said that's a little frustrating and annoying, because they're capping you after that. After that, you can only make so much anyway. Versus TPT, there is a buffer zone. The buffer zone is 2K on the 50K. Once you're above 2K, there's no minimum, maximum, there's no nothing, and you have daily withdrawals. So that's the benefit there, right? With Apex, you don't have daily withdrawals. You have to have 8 days, right? Fine too, but I'm saying at least like with TPT, at least you could withdraw every day. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's like the major difference there. Blow a couple doing minis, yep. Because you have to think about it. If you're only allowed 2K drawdown, or even when I was doing this 100K with y'all, we were allowed what, 3K drawdown? Either way, if you're doing NAS, one mini is $20 a point. So you got to think about, what's my stop loss going to be? Process over profits, chat. People are so worried about the money. If you are worried about the money, that is why you're failing at trading. You need to focus on the process. Focus on the setup. Focus on, okay, this is the setup that I practice. This is the setup I want to take. This is where the stop loss goes. Because if you're trading minis, you're probably going to put a tight stop loss up there. And maybe that's not where the stop loss should be. Maybe the stop loss should be over here, but because you know you're trading a bigger size, you're not using the proper stop loss. Or you are using the proper stop loss. It's just the trade just didn't work out. And now you took a big L, took a big loss, right? So Remember, risk management is what's going to keep you alive. You will go into drawdown. You will have red days as a professional trader. It will happen. But it's important. What's important is how do you recover from that? If you're trading huge sizes, it's going to be hard for you to recover. If you trade smaller sizes, it's easy for you to recover. It's easy to get a good R. Okay. You saw me on Monday risk 160 and we made $1,200 on that trade. Was that like a 7x? I'm trying to tell you. So think about that. That $1,200 covers like 6 losses if I were to lose 6 times in a row. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, try to think about it that way. Nasdaq is rocketing. Well, a couple cap on Apex is only first 5 payouts though. Okay, it's only on the first 5. Okay, thank you, Ian, for clarifying that. What's the buffer on 25K? I don't know. Go on the website. Go on the website. I'll pull it up in a second, but let's get back to the charts here. Let's get back to the charts. We'll put a pause on our conversation chat. But yeah, like I said, I'm not saying that they're bad, but what I'm saying is it's a little bit harder to get paid, to get to the pay point. That's what I'm saying. You get what I'm trying to say? It's a little harder to get to the payout point. It's easier to get to the payout point with TPT. If I were to graph, like, what's the easiest? TPT and Topstep are definitely easier to get to the payout point than Apex. So that's why I said I would put it as like a secondary, not so much a primary. You know what I mean? But if you're already doing it, then you're already doing it, you know. Again, nothing bad, and I don't think anything bad about them. I just think it's a little harder to get to the payout, you know. Y'all better lock in, you footy. Really frustrated right now in the process of improving my risk management and leaving that stop loss and TP as it's making my heart. Yes. So you have to ask yourself where. So when you are reviewing your setups, right? When you review your setups and you're practicing, one of the biggest things you should be reviewing is the consistency in your setups. How many points does this setup usually do? Does this setup always get 20 points no matter what? Does it always get at least 50 points no matter what? Does this setup always get, you know, what does it always do? Because that's what you should be targeting. If this setup, let's say the setup on average gets 60 points, then you know you can guarantee yourself 30 points no matter what. That should be what you should be targeting. Consistency, right? Focus on the process. If you can get 30 points consistently all the time on the same setup, you know the setup, then you're going to feel more confident to put a bigger risk on it. It's about consistency, y'all. That's all it is. It's literally consistency. You don't have to go for these kumbaya Hail Mary trades just so you can post them on Twitter or to someone's Discord. No one cares. You're not getting paid for a picture perfect setup. You're getting paid to execute at the right time and get out at the right time, right? So if you can consistently get 20 points, 30 points from your setup, then you found a consistent strategy, right? People overthink it too much. You just need something that works, like clockwork. Works, right? Bought Apex when I had a special 80% off for 33. Does Take Profit Trader ever do a big discount? No, right now, I guess right now this is their biggest discount, 30% off. Apex is doing, so you have to understand Apex's formula, right? Apex is different in the sense that people, they were losing customers last year to Topstep, and they came through with the 80% off because what would make people buy? What would make people buy, right? You got to think of it in business terms. And then they have Patrick Wyland, who's their biggest affiliate. They're paying that guy like $100K a week. You know that? Off of affiliates? That's insane, right? So when you have a trader who has that much clout and he's gambling on stream and blowing up accounts and then taking them back and then blowing up accounts, taking them back, his audience is following him. His audience is following him using minis. Oh, big risk? Okay, cool. Patrick blew it up and got it back. I could do it too, right? You know, when you follow someone, you're like, oh, well, he's doing it, so I could do it, right? It's all follow the leader. So every time they're blowing up accounts and getting new accounts, that's cash flow for him, right? So they're making millions of dollars from that formula of 80% off. You have to understand that. They're making like 10, 15 million a month because of that discount. So it works out for them, right? TPT is a little bit newer to the space. If they do 80% off, they're probably not going to make that back, especially as a startup. I don't say a startup company, but being newer in the game, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Think about if you were to open up a restaurant right now. If you were to open up a restaurant right now, you just took a loan out for the building. You took a loan out to so you can pay your workers. You took a loan out so you could order bulk of food. You took a loan out so you could order chairs, tables, everything, right? You had to order a new stove, whatever, everything you need in the restaurant. Big loan, right? Your cash flow is, when you start a business, your cash flow isn't going to be where you want it to be, right? You can't just go, oh, 80% off everything in this restaurant in the grand opening. You can't do that, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to make back that money to pay back your loan, right? So that's why it takes usually about 5 years for a business to be profitable. And now I'm talking about business in general. It takes about 5 years on average. Business has to make back the money to pay off the loan and then start making cash flow to be like, okay, we got money, you know? Just made 850 on Dow Cells. Nice, Ian. Yeah, if I missed your chats, you could put your chat back in the, feel free to retype it, chat. If I missed your chat. Whatever the last chat I read is the last chat I could see. So if I did miss your chats, feel free to type it again. It's not on purpose. Alrighty, so 9:30 here. And also, chat, if there's questions you can answer yourself, aka just go to the website and look it up, go ahead and do that. Now, if you didn't understand it, feel free to ask me, of course. But you know, we're trying to trade here too, you know. 145, 205. Wow. Wow. Alrighty. Looking quite bullish here. I'm gonna add a level here. Where was it? Wait, where's the price limit? Oh. A little bit off. Okay, yeah. All right, let's go back down. Just wanted to add a level up there. $400. I'm thinking we may continue to push up towards 684. But getting in may be a little tough. See, 15-minute candle closes in 6 minutes. Jeez, it's a little tough. Just a little bit. I guess I'll be in watch mode here. Yeah, chat, I'm gonna be in watch mode here. It's already up quite a bit. Topstep is frozen. Oh, is that why y'all keep asking me if the Topstep was laggy? Okay. Maybe they're having issues with the platform today. Sad because they get wrecked following some of these YouTubers. Yeah, and honestly, they can only blame themselves too, you know, because following the leader is not going to make you profitable. If God forbid something happens to that person, what you gonna do? Like, people don't have the mindset to, I can do this myself, and they wonder why they can't manifest their dream. If you want to manifest financial freedom, you want to be your own boss and all those things, but you want to follow the leader. Following the leader is not being your own boss. The action you're putting out there in the world is the complete opposite of what you want. You're attracting to forever be stuck because you're follow the leader, right? You got to have that boss mindset. You got to say, you know what? I can do this. It's that simple. Say, I can do this. Right? The more you believe you can do something, the more you put effort into trying it yourself, the more you can attract more opportunities. The more you're going to have that thought in your head of, oh, shoot, why don't I try this strategy? Boom, and it worked for you. Oh, shoot, why don't I just do this? Boom, and it works for you. You're going to start passing challenges. Money's going to come from different avenues. Look, you're going to attract all types of opportunity, but we are what we attract, okay? That's what people don't get. No follow the leader mindset. Be a boss. You know? If you doubt yourself in the back of your mind, that's why you didn't get anywhere yet. Every time you doubt yourself, you're holding yourself back. You know, and we're human. We've all done it. We've all said things out loud that are like the opposite of, you know, what we want. You know, we've all done it. Need to deep dive into copy trading in the account. That's my mission for the rest of the week. Yeah, you can check out my Tradeovate video. Yeah, you can check out my Tradeovate video. Chat, I'm gonna feed the dog. Give me 60 seconds. I'll be right back. I gotta feed both of the doggos. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience, y'all. Appreciate y'all. OG Lynn, what's up, Brian? I see you in the chat. Welcome back. You like that? Feed the doggos. What's up, Yezo? Good morning. Like that you're using micros, way less stress? Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I mean, I've been doing this for years, so nothing about this is stressing me out. I've been living this lifestyle for quite a bit. So yeah, I mean, once you live the lifestyle and you do it full time, there's nothing to worry about, because once you see what works, right? When you see what works for you, you just repeat it and more money comes in and you're like, oh, that's how you do it. Okay, do the same thing, right? The reason why you're finding discipline as a beginner hard, FOMO hard, you're stressed out, nervous in the drawdown, right? The reason why that's hard for you is because you haven't hit the goal you wanted to hit yet, right? You haven't seen it work yet, so you're anxious. And it's natural. You're human, right? You're human. You're gonna be anxious. So once you start hitting small little goals and you start seeing what works for you and you start focusing on the process, and I promise, you start focusing on the process, you're gonna hit your goal quicker. You're gonna be like, oh, I should have been doing this a while ago. Let me just focus on this. Boom, there goes the money flowing. And as the money keeps flowing, you're gonna find yourself more in a relaxed state. It's not gonna be that bad. And again, focusing on the process rather than the profits is gonna make it not that bad too. So even like this, right? Let's say I wanted to take a buy here. Well, if you notice, I haven't hopped into any trades this morning yet because I'm hunting, and I'm thinking this is going to continue up, but I just really wasn't sure where I wanted to get in at, right? So if I'm not sure, then I'll wait a little bit. Right now it looks like we're building a support off of this moving average. It almost looks like a bullish pendant. We may get a launch here. So now I'm going to measure this out and see if it works for me stop loss wise. It's already out of here now, right? But the point is I'm not focused on how much money can I make from this. I'm focused on where's my stop loss going to be. Is this a good setup for me, right? Process. And then I'll use a micro and I'll throw in my stop loss, right? So see how none of that is about the money? None of it's about the money. It's all, where's my stop loss going? Is this a good setup? You know? And then when we're in the trade, what's next? Risk management, right? Okay, this is what I'm targeting, right? You got to have a plan. Focus on the process. This is my targets. I'll go to break even here, right? None of that's about the money. So when you're just following that system, it's just going to naturally flow, right? Lindsay here been looking so pretty. Thank you. All right, let's see here. So yeah, I was a little bit slower to this setup. So if it works out, that sucks, but that's okay. And that's okay, right? So you have to be able to accept, you know, y'all watched me for years. Y'all know I miss a whole bunch of trades. I will miss trades, and that's okay. I'm not here to be in every single trade. I'm here to do my best. You know, I'm here to do my best. So I'm okay with missing a trade. It is what it is. That's just discipline. Now, if you work on discipline IRL in real life, you'll find it easier to be disciplined on the charts. So y'all know I like to go to the gym. It's not so much about being fit. It's good for your mentality. A lot of people think, oh, the gym is just for people who want to be fit. No, the gym is for your mentality as well, your mental health. Mental health is the most important thing in trading. What decides you taking this trade? This decides whether you take a buy or sell, right? This is what you're fighting the whole time, your mind. Okay. What platform are you using? It's not TraderVate, is it? Yes, it's TraderVate. Yes, it is. How do you check P&L and take profit platform? When you're on your dashboard, you can just click on your account and it'll load up a whole dashboard. So let me see if I can do that for you. Hold on, give me a second. Also, remember your dashboard is not going to update until the next day. So I think I missed someone's comment yesterday when I rewatched the stream. They're like, hey, Linz, how come I made this amount of money today and I don't see it in the dashboard? You have to wait for the next day to see your progress. So yeah, when you're on your dashboard, just click on one of the accounts that you have. Click anywhere on it and it will load it up. So let's see, I don't want to show you my login stuff. So I scrolled down so that you don't see my logins, but let's see. Reach your profit target of 3K. It's not updated yet. But yeah, all that stuff is here. You can see the graph, you can see the journal, all the trades. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, it won't be updated till the next day. So just keep that in mind. Hey, check your P on TraderVate platform. Did you watch my TraderVate video? Nobody watched it, huh? You go to my channel. I have these videos that I make to help you out. Chat. Right here. TraderVate. Boom, boom, boom. Now, if you come up here and you click this plus button, you'll have the options to add reports or trade performance. So you're going to click on trade performance and you're going to drag it out, and then you can kind of put it wherever you want. So I'll just put it right here for you. And this will show you for one account. So keep in mind the trade performance isn't going to show all 5 if you have all 5, or if you have Apex and you have 20 accounts, it's not going to show all 20. On this screen, it's just going to show for one. Okay, so up 495 on one, which is really all 5. Okay, all that good stuff. You can click here and it's going to bring up a menu, and then you can put in whatever dates you want and have fun with it. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's called trade performance. Okay, let's see. Let's see, what are we doing? We're selling off here. Holy, good thing we didn't take buys, huh? Good thing we didn't take buys, chat. Remember earlier I was saying this was giving like double bottom vibes, but it was also giving bearish pendant vibes. It was like it's giving both. But remember, in these market conditions, buyers and sellers are both strong on either side, so that's what makes it a little tough. Very, very strong on both sides. So again, this is just when I'm in watch mode right now. What I'm seeing is we're in a range, and it's just kind of a sideways range, right? So I don't really see anything I like right now. Maybe I will in the next couple minutes, and that's why I keep an eye on the chart, you know. So it's all right, chat. Sometimes it may take an hour to get into your first trade. You know, I know we all get excited to trade again. It's the next day, boom, boom, boom. But you don't have to rush and hop into something. Sometimes it may take a little bit. Now, right here, we got some strong selling pressure coming in here. 234 points down. It's pretty steep. Pretty steep. Let's see if the buyers test this out. Let's see if they bring it back up here. Now, if the buyers fail, then perhaps I may have the idea if I want to get into a sell. You know what I mean? So this is just watching. Just watching here. Oh, Rose, you passed. Lens, I just passed the take profit account you gave me. Let's go. W's in the chat for Rose, y'all. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. It's awesome. Yeah, chat, if you're new to the stream, I did a giveaway last Friday. Rose was one of the winners. I did choose 3 people. Try to make it fair because I know there's a lot of you, so chose 3 people. I'd like to do more giveaways in the future, so all I ask is that you come through to the streams. That's it. Nice. Love to see that. That's beautiful. Good stuff here, chat. You know, back to back, I've been seeing y'all pass in the chat. Next, I want to see people say, Lens, I got paid today. I got paid today. I got to pay out. I got to pay out. I got to pay out. I'm trying to see those type of things. But we're progressing. We're progressing. We got a lot of you passing every week. So hopefully we can start seeing I got paid. That'll be good. It's awesome. All right, Nasdaq, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We are bouncing on that 400 level. Let me add it in. Bank zone. The bank zone. By the way, if you want to use my bank zones, my indicator for these levels are on TradingView. It is free. If you're new, I know you probably didn't know that. I do have an indicator on TradingView. It's been up there quite some time now, quite a few years. It's always been free for you to use, so feel free to use it. You want to use these levels that I use. Alrighty. That's the next words for me, Lens. I got paid. There we go. I love it. Speak it into existence. 7 said soon. Soon, soon, soon. Still waiting right now. Topstep payout tomorrow will be 10 days. Okay, okay, Camario. Done. Blown account, just micro. I'm sorry, Jennifer. But you know what? You want to use that as a lesson, right? So the first question I would ask myself if I blew an account would be, was I ready? Was I ready to trade, right? Because to be able to pass these challenges, you have to be consistently trading and all that good stuff, right? You should already be there, right? Because if we're not there, then we're setting ourselves up for failure. You get what I'm saying, chat? So yeah, that would be the first thing I'd ask myself, right? Because the NBA player didn't go to the NBA because they started playing basketball last year. And oh my God, now I can go play. No, no, no. They were in the gym. They are working. They are grinding. They are, when y'all leave the park, they stay at the park and they work on the same skill over and over and over and over. They do the same drill over and over and over and over, right? You have to do that when it comes to trading. Did you practice the same setup over and over and over and over and over? Did you research the same setup over and over and over and over and over? Because you are a professional analyst. And as an analyst, right, we dive deep into data and we test through all different avenues, right, as a professional analyst. So those are things I want to ask myself, right? Now you know how to step forward, right? Because this is a profession just like anything else. Just like anything else. You know, if I started golfing last year, I can't be like, oh my God, I entered a professional golf tournament with Tiger Woods and I lost. Well, no shit, I lost because I started golfing last year and I damn sure I just do it for fun. I'm just trying to make money off of golfing. I didn't really put in that time to golf and I'm over here trying to play with the professionals. You know what I mean? So same thing in trading. Same thing. I promise when you put in that time and you put in that work, you will see the results. You will see the results so quickly. It's not even funny. You will see it. All right, look like the buyers gave it a test here. Looks like quite the fail to me. Top wick, top wick, top wick. Top wick, top wick. Did I just create a new term, chat? Top wick, top wick, top wick. I may need that on a button. That's about to be my new saying. You know, like type shit, top wick, top wick. Just be careful here. I know we're still kind of in this funky range, right? Range is kind of going this way. It's a little funky of a range. Just be really careful here. Nasdaq playing games. Nasdaq playing games. I'm not going to be a part of the games. I'm chilling. Do you think using the 15-minute opening range is a good way to narrow down a breakout? Hi, Abraham. Using it just for a breakout, I mean, yeah, you can use the opening range for a breakout. Let's check out today's opening range. I like the 30-minute opening range after the 30-minute closes, but yeah, 15 minutes fine as well. So if we take the 30-minute opening range, you're going to see that we are breaking back down inside of here. The way you want to use the opening range is the important levels are going to be the top and the bottom of the range and the middle of the range. Okay, those are going to be the 3 important levels. So yeah, I mean, based off of the way price is reacting to that, you can definitely make a determination on a buy or sell for sure. For an example, we just closed below the opening, the middle of the opening range. It's right here. We just closed below that. So you know that if price breaks this low, it's a possibility that it may continue down, right? So yeah, you could use it that way. But I would, if I were you, I'd have more of a confluence besides that, right? Make sure it's the pattern you like to trade. All those good things come into play. You know what I mean? But yeah, you certainly can use it that way. Just do a lot of research on it, you know? And the only way to do research is to get up on your chart and graph them out for yesterday. See what happened yesterday. Write it down. Analyze everything. Graph it out for Monday. What happened? Write it down. Analyze everything, right? You gotta get data for at least 3 months. I always say, if you are trading a setup that you haven't practiced at least 100 times, well, then of course it hasn't worked out, right? Any setup you've seen me use, I've seen it work at least 100 times before I take it live, right? So for example, 3-bar reversal. I have to go back on my chart, and let's say I want to take a 3-bar reversal on a 3-minute time frame. I'm just random 3-minute time frame. I need to find 100 3-bar reversals on a 3-minute time frame, and I need to research them because they're all going to look different. And remember, in trading, the reason why it gets difficult is because, yeah, they're basic patterns, but they do different variations of the patterns. So sometimes it throws you off, right? Sometimes the 3-bar reversal, they cut it short and you're like, wait, is that a 3-bar? Is it not? You start getting confused because you're like, wait, what the heck? But if you studied 100 3-bar reversals, you would know sometimes they cut it short. You see that? So when you're studying a pattern, get 100 of those on that time frame that you want to use it on. Boom. Magic. You'll thank yourself after you get the big payout. Be like, damn, I should have did this before. Why didn't I just do this before? It only took me one Saturday to stay at home, research this for 3 months, come back Monday. That whole week, you passed your challenges. The next week, you're getting payouts, and you're like, oh my goodness. That whole process took me 3 weeks. I've been struggling for years. I've been struggling for months. It took me 3 weeks. That's how it is sometimes. Right? So put in that underground work. Promise you'll see the results. All right, Harris, remember I said be careful. Be careful, because what are we doing now, right? We just bounced on the middle of that opening range, right? Now, remember I said I was looking for a price to possibly continue up here. I just wasn't sure how I wanted to execute it. I like it a little better now, but let's see. I like it a little better now, but where's... So, you know, before I get into a trade, I'm gonna really measure out where my stop loss would be here, right? 84 points with 1 micro is what? 160, 170, 168, maybe 168. Maybe 168. And I try to measure early before I see myself hopping into anything, you know? Because I'm focused on the process, right, chat? Focused on the process, not the profits. Right now, I'm focused on the way these candles are forming, how they're closing. I'm measuring these candles. I want to get an idea of where my stop loss would go if I get into a trade, right? None of that's about the money. All of that is about the process. That's what I'm focused on. So check out down here, we have a 3-bar reversal actually right here. We're definitely holding that neckline, looks like so far, right? We came down and retested that neckline area. So I like that rejection for buys. So if this candle flips up bullish, oh, there it goes there. Yeah, I'm gonna take a buy here. I'm gonna put my stop loss under that candle. Oh, what was that? 464 with my... Getting 200 points with micros, sometimes it's annoying because you're like, dang, if I had those 200 points with this amount of risk, can you imagine? I'm trying to think, how much would we need to... How much would I need to win? Okay, right around here. All right, chat. So yeah, so no worries here, right? Whether this is a winner or loss, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't matter to you because... Okay, there we go. So we lost that trade. So it shouldn't matter to you. It shouldn't bother you because you just take it as, oh, okay, cool. Next setup. Right? Now, if you were risking a whole bunch of money, it's probably going to bother you, right? It's probably going to bother you. Okay? May this week be the one where everyone puts in effort. Hey, man, people don't put in effort and they wonder why they don't get anywhere. And it's like, yeah, you think people get to the big leagues for doing nothing? Like, you think that professional got there for doing nothing? That's insane. No matter what you want to do, you have to put in effort, right? You got to put in blood, sweat, and tears. All right, so same 5-minute candle. It just made a steeper wick here. It had already had a bottom wick. Wow. I'm gonna give it another chance. I'm giving the trade another chance, chat. Unbelievable. And see, I'm giving it another chance because I see that it's still valid, right? So again, it's not about what was I gonna say? It's not about, oh my god, I took a loss and now I'm gonna sit here and just be upset about it, right? No, I'm focused on the process. I'm looking for another setup. Not looking to revenge trade or anything like that. I'm looking to see, is it still valid? Is it not? Right? All those good things. Focus on the process. So how much money? I think we need 333 now. 340 I think we need to pass. I think we need this. So we're just gonna make that a TP for now. What's the next level here? 750. 750 is the level. Okay, I'm just dragging that up. Just dragging it up, chat. With 5 minutes left. SP 132 stop loss. 132. So if I do my math right, I believe TP1 here's what I would need to pass now. Actually, maybe a little higher. I think it's 360. I think it's like right here. You're gonna buy an SPX? Nice. Can I consider that a head and shoulders on the 1 minute? If you see it, right? If you see it, right? That's the thing, right? You don't have to ask anybody your perspective on the market because your perspective is unique, right? You are unique. You're smart. Whatever you see is what you see, right? If Joe Schmo says, you know what? No, it's not. Well, what if you see it that way? You know what I mean? If you see it that way, then cool. You know what I mean? Had an L, lost about 200. Just another profitable trade. Didn't hit TP, but I trailed my stop to lock in more. What I lost in the previous trade. Up 950 on the day. Nice, Ian. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. By the way, chat, I just want to give a big thank you to all the members. I appreciate every single one of you for being members, supporting the channel, supporting the live stream. Thank you so much. I want to give a thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you for being a subscriber and supporting. Just being here, helping us grow, watching the stream, talking in the chat. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Not liking this chop. Not liking the chop. Looks like we might have got caught in the chop, chat. Did we get caught in the chop? That'd be unfortunate. We'll see if we can hold this 400 level. If not, then probably have to wait a little bit for another setup. This chop is getting nasty. Nasty work here. I'm gonna move my stop loss a little bit up to the bottom of this current liquidity grab here for 180. A little bit more of minimizing risk here. Down about 20 bucks. Oops. Let me zoom in, y'all. Zoom in so y'all can see this a little better. So we bounced off of 400 again, which that's what I want to see. I want to see us hold 400. My stop loss is below 400. It's at 369. So giving it some breathing room, but I'd like to see us hold 400 to be able to continue up. If we can't hold 400, we're definitely not going up. To news in 2 minutes. Oh yeah, speaking of news, did we go over the news for Take Profit Trader? The rule? You can't have a trade open 1 minute before, like you can't just open a trade 1 minute before the news or 1 minute after the news, right? So I think we went over that though, right, chat? Lala, what's up? New here, second day in a row, watching live stream, silently observing, taking notes. I appreciate you for coming back. Thank you so much. And thank you for talking in the chat. Hope you're having a great morning. Thank you. Anybody else new? Who else is new, chat? We did, Amanda. Thank you. Who else is new? Welcome in if you're new. It's okay if you're shy. You can be shy. It's all right. Just know when you're ready to chat will say hi back to you. I promise. I promise you. Our community is very welcoming. I promise. You feel right at home. Welcome. There goes Dylan. First time I'm shy though. 7 is hilarious. 7 is hilarious. Oh, we're in profit. Look at that. Magic, huh? Look how that works. Isn't that crazy, chat? Crazy how that works. All right, so that spiked up 57 points. What on earth? Jeez. 57 points. So am I going to move stops to break even? Not yet. It's a little bit too close to my liking. I'd like us to get up to at least 550 because that would be the next bank zone. That'd be my next level. I don't have it up here, but I have it in my head. Right, we get up to at least that bank zone. Then I'd like to move stops to break even and make this a risk-free trade. Let's see if we can smack it. Chat, I think you know what time it is, chat. It's been a minute, but you know, every time we get y'all to hype it up, we usually hit TP. So you know what time it is. Can we get some hype in the chat? Can I get some fire? Can we drop that official logo? Can we get... Let's get that hype going in the chat. Come on. We're like 2 points away. Can we smack it? Ah, we smacked it. We touched it. We touched it. All right, break even. Break even. So on Tradeovate, you're just going to take your mouse here. You're going to click and hold it, hold it, and then drag it up. Boom, done. Let's go, chat. Let's see if we can continue the push. If we smack TP1, I believe that will make back everything. If I calculated right. The key is if I calculated right. So yeah, it's risk free. So like I said, we're focused on the process, right? We're focused on the process. Down here was our stop loss. Saw another liquidity grab, moved the stop loss up a couple points. No biggie. How do we manage our trade? Look for a spot where it's like, okay, by this point you move it to break even. I think it's up 70 points. Let me see. 89 points. Yeah, 89 points. You better move it to break even. My goodness. 89 points. And now we're just focused on, okay, the target is here to hit the goal for Take Profit Trader account, and that's it. Right? None of this is solely focused on money. It's all process. Process, 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 process. And I'm going to keep preaching it to you. I'm going to annoy you with this, chat. I'm going to annoy you with it so much that you start thinking about it when you're not watching the stream. Because that's what's going to make you profitable. I'm sorry, but I'm going to annoy you with it. Forgot where's the break even? Oh, I had break even at 550. Wait, can y'all see that? I know it's a little light. Oh, you could barely see it, right here. 550, right where my mouse is. How do I, I need to take off the crosshair. Yeah, don't show the crosshair because that is annoying. Should I zoom in over here? I was just patiently waiting here. That 550 level is a very popular sell level. The sellers are definitely going to try to sell there. So that's exactly why I typically, well, that should be TP1. Let me rephrase this. My bad. We're all over the place today, chat. We're all over the place, but you get it. You get it. If you're here, you know. If you're here all the time, I know you already know. Remember, TP1 is always, you hit TP1, you want to throw those stops to break even. TP1 should be where you're going to have turbulence, okay? If I'm in a buy, where are the sellers going to want to hop in, right? You're in the same trade. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, where are we going to have turbulence, right? That's where you want TP1. Or that's where you want break even, right? That's where you want break even. And if you were to take your money here, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to take your 90 bucks, cool. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's why it's called TP1, because it's where I made the side, right? Now this is a new 5-minute candle, so I was giving it a chance to let it breathe, but these wicks have been so long. My goodness. Wow. Got tapped out over here, break even. Okay, now we got tapped for break even. Jeez. Jeez. I thought it was 80 points. 93, 94 points. Rough markets, huh? So we're up like 90 bucks. That's okay though. It was one micro. Jeez. So this one I may look back and say, well, yeah, maybe I could have took profit at TP1, maybe. But that's okay. Okay, let's see here. Now we're going to reevaluate, right? We're going to have to reevaluate. The sellers are strong, I'm telling you. Look, every time we get to this point, boom, sell off, sell off, sell off. Tryhards. Tryhard season. Took your little 75 bucks. You're so funny. Took my little 75. That's funny. Back in this range. Wow. All right. This is going to be annoying today, huh? I mean, it is Wednesday, so if you notice, if you've been trading for a while, you probably noticed that Wednesdays are always more rangier than the other days. It's usually a little bit more of a slow start to the day. Pretty typical, so a bit annoying. I don't get too excited for Wednesdays, chat. I usually get excited for like Tuesdays. I get excited for Monday because it's finally back in the game, right? Had a whole weekend, now back to trading. Tuesday, get excited. Wednesday, it's like blah. Blase blah. But yeah, we're in this range here, so we may just have to wait for price to get out of this range, unfortunately. No fun. These are my best learning time. Thanks, Linz. Yeah, no problem. That's better than a loss. Yeah, yeah, it's all good. We're still up on the day. We're still up. That's all right. This is a good example of why you want a cushion in your account. Not just to get a payout, of course. But even when you do start building up your account, I do recommend keeping money in there as a cushion so that you can continuously get paid, you know? Know what I mean, chat? I'm just watching here. Low key, I'm kind of cold. Is the air on? Hold on. Is the air on? Thank you for subscribing. I'll be right back, chat. Let me just see if the air's on. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. The air is off, but it's cold as hell. What the heck? I didn't even have my tea. That's what's wrong, chat. I didn't have my tea this morning. What am I doing? No tea? That's why we're losing. It's like, no, that's not why. Low key, maybe I do need to make that tea real quick, or I need to make that coffee, huh? I don't have time to make coffee on stream though. I gotta clean my coffee maker. But I'm dead cold, like I'm shivering. Alright, let's see here. Been off the charts for a while, back in practice mode as the market's been tearing me up. You're good, Smokey. Take your time. Take your time. What do you trade in London EST time? Nothing. I sleep. I sleep in London EST time. The pot to my coffee maker broke. Did it? Oh no. Oh no. So you gotta buy a whole new one? You support Arsenal? Oh, you're talking about my shirt? It's just a shirt. I mean, it was an expensive jersey for sure, but I don't know. I saw it and I liked it, so I bought it. You know how like, okay, you know how like you just buy stuff sometimes? I bought this shirt years ago. Well, technically it's a jersey, right? Not a shirt, technically. Can y'all see it all? I got it a long time ago. That's your team? Oh, for real? Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Nice, nice. See, I didn't even know. I mean, I knew it was a team, but I didn't know it was your team. That's cool. Y'all could barely see my shirt now, huh? Just the way the camera is. It's the way the camera is. I guess I have to push back, huh, chat? Is this good? Not with the mic tilting. Uh-oh. And the 3M is that ascending triangle kind of pattern on 3M. Yeah, it's definitely forming something, right? Most definitely being extra, forming something. Now the top of the triangle may be the tough part here. Hard to say. There's only two things here. It could be though. It could be doing that. That's a good eye. But maybe, yeah, so we're probably gonna be in this range for a little while. So this is where I assume a lot of traders have trouble. You're itching to get into that trade and you see a range and you're just trying to catch the top or the bottom. You want to repeat what makes you consistent. So if you don't see your setup, stay out. You know, the range is a little nasty. I mean, if you see a little pattern, do your thing. Of course, do your thing. This range is crazy. Let me see something. We did not anchor yet, so let's go ahead and throw on the VWAP. Where's the VWAP? Oh, down there? Okay. We anchor 9:30 opening. Interesting. That says a lot. That says a lot. It's kind of like riding on this. Tell you what, if this launches all the way up right now, I'll be sick to my stomach. Nah, I won't. But I will play that Cardi B. You know how we do, chat. It will be played. I won't say it, but she'll say it. And this is nonsense, man. Look at the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I saw the 30-minute already. Godson, what's up? Welcome back. What's up, Lens and chat? Dropping in saying what's up. Y'all have a good trading day. Thank you. Thank you. You have a fantastic day as well. We need $330, chat. 330 to pass. 330. We can do it. Maybe not in this range, but 330. Can we do it? Ten seconds till closure here. Here it comes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There goes the closure. This is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and check out Topstep. How is Topstep trading today in this range? Let's see. Oh, they got MP on. Oh, and they got, what's his name on? I forget his name down here, but he's the doctor guy. But I think he's also on the top of the leaderboard, right? See how the morning was 760. Nice. He's been killing it every time he's on. I know he's one of the coaches. All right, 500. Nice. All right, let's go to the morning. All right, so they got Jack, Jay. Oh, Jerome is his name. Jack, Jay, and Jerome. Hey, chat. Topstep's daily drawdown is 50K on their live account that they trade on stream. I think is in there if their daily drawdown is 50K. I'm just curious. Jay's up 300 bucks. Nice. Who's this? Jack is down 200 and something. That's all right. Looks like Jerome's up 500. Wait, what was he trading? No. Did I skip that? Look at the P&Ls from yesterday. Do you think these people were trading micros, chat? $75,000 yesterday. Do you think they're trading micros? Not a chance. Not a chance, but they mean great job. I mean, hey, if the luck is at your will when you're trading big size, hey, more power to you. 75K, nice. Jeez. 75K yesterday. He's back down 400. He was up. All right, it looks like they're in the red. Looks like, except for Jay. Well, on that note, I'll be grateful that we're not down 500, huh? Ah, we're breaking out of the range, chat. We're breaking out of the range. No. What the heck? Actually, let's celebrate, finally. Wish my name was Ming. You are so funny. Forgot to ask, why did it explode at midnight, collapse at 4 a.m.? Oh, I didn't even see that. Let me see. That's all today. Explode at midnight. Oh, I don't really see anything here. Unless it's just not showing on my chart. Let me know in the chat, did you take a trade today? Did you take a trade today? Give me a yes or a no. Let me know how it worked out. Did you win? Are you up? Are you down on the day? Are you flat right now? Where are you at? Are you at break even? Where are we at with it? How is your trading day going? I want to know. Finally breaking out of this range, so this is just tough. Could be coming all the way down. Maybe we can catch a lift on the way down. Tough to say. We're coming back down to that moving average. Hourly candle closes in 7 minutes. Probably be good to wait for that closure. I think it's best to wait for that hourly candle closure, y'all. I'm gonna move that level down. Sorry, chat. I'm just concentrating. Actually, I don't want that there. We'll just keep this here. We'll just focus on where we are. And let's put it on the 3 minute. Want to see this on the 3 minute over here. We already got the 1 minute all set. Pretty good with the 1 minute here. Got it nice zoomed in, so we're good. Again, hourly candle is going to be closing. Patiently waiting for my entry. Nice. Yes, I'm up with it. I love that, Terrence. Yes, ma'am. 3 trades up 950. Ian, call it a day. Ian, lock it out. Lock it out. Call it a day. Did good at London. Done for the day. Nice, Lua. 2.7K in Topstep Combine. Hey. On the NQ. Nice. Which one are you doing? Are you doing the 100K? Or are you doing the 150K? Took the trade with you, the first one. Stop a little bit down. Made 276. Nice. Nice. Just left the gym. Oh, Terrence is going to the gym now. I love it. Love to see it. Mr. Darian up 350. Oh, you meant 1242. Gotcha, gotcha. Nice, nice. You doing the 100K? Terrence, you're doing the 150 with the crying face. Okay, Terrence, let me ask you this. Why did you choose the 150K? Why did Terrence choose the 150K? I just want to hear why. Because it seems like you're upset that you chose it with the crying faces there. What are you upset about? Anyone have trouble setting a stop loss on which platform? Probably doing 100K too. Nice. Nice, nice. If you're just joining, we need $330 to pass. So let's see if we can make this $330 here. We are so close to the finish line. Actually, chat, since I added, because remember I just checked the dashboard, I added that 5th account on Monday. So technically, I think the 4 are going to be passed, and the 5th account is, I just have to take out a small trade tomorrow and Thursday, or yeah, tomorrow and Friday, and then that one's passed. So yeah, all 4 should be passing today. And then the 5th one should be passed Friday. Remember I added the 5th one last minute on Monday? On Topstep, how you having trouble adding a stop loss? Did you check out their tutorial videos on how to do all those things? Or did you explore the risk settings? If you come to the risk settings, you can create your own risk. Right here it says position risk profit brackets. Those brackets are those things that go up there when you take a trade, right? So you can see your entry, you can see your stop loss, you can see your take profit. Did you know that you can set that to an amount of money? And then you can click automatically on. So yeah, chat, again, if we want to be an entrepreneur, we need to think like an entrepreneur. What does an entrepreneur do? An entrepreneur solves their own problems. An entrepreneur does the work, does the research. Boom, 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 right? If you are not doing these things, you are not attracting success in your path. You are pushing it away. So again, I encourage you, be your own boss. Have that boss mindset. Tell yourself you got this, and you will continuously attract more and more and more of what you want. That's how it works. I promise you that's how it works. Thank me later. We need to keep attracting what we want, right? Our actions in real life have to reflect what we want to be. We do have about 1 minute and 49 seconds just waiting for this hourly candle to close here. That's all. Just waiting for this closure. 1 minute and 40 seconds. Just being nice and patient here, and then we'll see if we can determine something. Like for us to get a nice setup in here. $330, that is the goal here to pass for these accounts. 5 of these accounts, 4 or 5. See if we can do it. And if we have to break it down and do it in 2 trades, then we have to do it in 2 trades. I don't mind. I know we're in the micros, so All right, 1 minute here, waiting patiently for this closure. Linz, can you teach me how to attract a girlfriend? Okay, yes. So, okay. If you are, how do I say, if you have like a negative thought towards relationships, then you're pushing it away. So just make sure you have a positive thought. Like some people, like they'll be like, they'll say things like relationship sucks or blah blah blah, or I don't want to deal with that, da, 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 da. Right? All that is pushing that away. So that's number one. Number two, yep, be confident within yourself. And most importantly, really just work on yourself. The more you focus on yourself, you attract a lot of people to you. Did you know that? Because you're elevating your vibration up, and you just naturally, like, you'll notice you go to the store, people will naturally just start looking at you and just, they may smile or they may be curious. It's your energy. You're going to attract so much to you. So definitely building up confidence. You were low-key joking. You're funny. Exert confidence. All right, we got that closure here. Here we go. Here we go. We closed below 250, so that is interesting. Very interesting. Now we are a little bit far from the moving average here. So I'd hate to just hop into a sell here. At some point in time, we definitely have to come up and test that. So let's wait for price to give it a test. That's what I'm gonna wait for. So I'm in watch mode, right? I'm gonna wait for price to come back on up and test this out. Because if it is going to take a big heavy fall again, it will do that anyway. So it should, right? It should. In watch mode here, waiting to see if we can come up and touch this moving average. That's so true. Thank you, Dave. Is it risky to put 2 contracts with 50K challenge? Well, see, that depends. Are we talking about minis or are we talking about micros? Because I'm going to have 2 different answers. If you're talking about minis, absolutely. Well, I guess it depends what you're trading on. But if you're talking about micros, no. Right? Because micros is $4. Yeah. Well, if you're doing NAS, 2 contracts will be $4. That's good. Yeah, it just depends, right? If you take a buy or sell and see how much you're risking, if you're like, oh, I could risk double that, take another buy or sell, add to that position, Nothing wrong with 2. The reason why I'm entering with 1 is because if I want to add 2 in, I could just press the button again. It just makes it easier. See, I add to my positions. Like I did yesterday, How do you add? You just, oh, you knew Topstep? Cool. So, see right here, the buy sell button? You just click it again. So futures is a lot different than Forex. With Forex, when you add, it shows you another entry. But with futures, when you add to futures, it takes the average price of your 2 entries. So let's do an example. Let's say you took a sell. Whoa, wrong way. All right, let's say you took a sell right here, right? Let's just pretend you took a sell right there. And let's pretend as it came down, you're like, oh wait, I kind of want to add to this. Let's pretend you took another sell right here. What it's going to do is it's going to take the price of this entry, which is 14.49, and the price of this entry, and it's going to take the average between them, and that's going to be your new entry. So the average between these two is going to be in the middle, would be about right here. So it's going to push this down right here, and that's going to be your new entry. Does that make sense? So it takes the average. If you enter multiple times, of course, it's going to take the average of all your entries, right? So if you took a sell, well, I keep doing the wrong one. Holy. If you took a sell up here, right? And you added an entry down here, well, what it's going to do is it's going to take your average, which would be about 30. It'll move you down to like right here. It'll say like, this is your entry. So yeah. Yeah, no problem. So that is why I'm very strategic when I add. I don't want to add too late, because if I add too late, I don't want to be up 50 points and then add, because that's going to change my average price way up. I want my average price, I don't want it to be way up. I want it to be a little bit up, but not way up, right? So I try to strategically add a little bit more early on if I like to trade, right? That makes sense. Linz, if I got a few TPT accounts, am I able to use Copy Trader while using TradingView platform? Or do I have to use TraderVate, Ninja Trader? That's a good question. I'm gonna assume that TradingView has the Copy Trader, but I don't know if TradingView has it, because I haven't used the Copy Trader on TradingView. Bend your mic a bit. When you lean towards the monitor, we can't hear you. You mean we is actually I, because you can't hear me. It's just you. You're the problem. It's okay. You may want to fix your speakers. What do you think about straight to funded accounts? I think it's great. I think it's great. They are more pricier. So, you know, if you have a higher budget for it, go for it and take your time, right? But if you don't have the highest of budget for it, then I wouldn't go for it. Are you talking about Tradify? So remember I said I was waiting for us to come back up and hit this moving average. We done blew past it. Blew past it. Holy. What's up, A7? I see you, A7. You cannot copy trade using TradingView. Oh, there we go. We got the answer. Old Wiseman, thank you. He said we cannot copy trade using TradingView. So yeah, just use the TraderVate. I have a tutorial on my channel for you. So remember, when you're using a new platform like TraderVate, for an example, it is going to feel weird. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first. It's perfectly normal. You are a human, right? When we use things that we're not familiar with or we haven't used for a long time, it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel off. You're going to be like, oh, I don't like this. You got to use it for like a month, you know? And then see how you feel about it. Kind of lame that you can't copy trade on TradingView. Now you have to trade them separately. Oh wait, did you already sign up with TradingView? Oh no. Did you? You've been a dirty lurker all day? Yourself, it's funny. Hit the like button. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, chat, if you've been enjoying the stream, don't be afraid to smash that like button. Wow, this is trading, eh? What a day here in the markets. Well, a little 3-bar reversal here. What's it look like on the hourly? I know this ain't about to go launching all the way up like some rocket. I'll be sick. I'll be sick. Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I won't stand for it. In fact, what I will do is I'm going to add that 400 level back since I took it away. Getting back up towards that 400 mark. Just patience here, chat. I'm waiting to see if I can determine a direction here. I think if we can't hold these levels and we come back out of it, then we will be coming down. So let's just see the placement here. You can kind of see it on the 15-minute time frame, right? We have this support here. You can call it a neckline if you want. Kind of have that neckline going here. Jeez, well, I could honestly see this going either way. I could see it going either way. That's a little scary. I'm telling you, this market, when buyers and sellers are both strong, it's a little scary sometimes, right? Jeez. This could really, it could really launch, but it could really sell off, right? So we're in a tricky spot. So I'm going to wait to see if I see something that helps me make a decision on where I believe we're going, right? So I'm just going to wait. That's all. I'm just going to wait. No harm, no foul. If I feel like I don't know, then, you know, I stay away. It's trading platform for futures without doing prop form. Is trading platform for futures without... I'm not sure what you mean by that. I may have to have you retype that. Unless someone else... Chat, can you clarify that for me, chat? Am I reading that wrong? What instrument are you on? Micro Nasdaq. Y'all can't see the watermark? Is it too light? Let me know in the chat. Is the watermark too light? Smart Move doing the same. What's up, Sean? Welcome back, Sean. Think they mean is there a personal account option rather than prop account? Oh, okay. Thank you, A7. Well, yeah, if you're asking that, then yeah, I mean, it's up to you where you want to put your personal account with, right? Who you want to put your personal with. Think it means they're a trading platform. Don't need to do. Yeah, so yeah, you can use, well, I don't know what country you're in, so I guess we'll depend that on whatever country you're in. But yeah, just a quick little Google search can answer that, all right? Let's see, what's the difference between micro and NAS? So the micros, your risk is going to be a lot smaller. One contract is $2. On the minis for NASDAQ, one contract is $20. So it's like a 10x difference in risk. Let's see here, right back down a bit. So on this setup, this is such a complex setup to explain. Holy. How do I want to explain this one? On this setup, we are looking, we do have a strong push to the upside here. We have a strong bounce on the moving average. I could see this continuing up to the original level we were looking for when we got caught in this range. So that's one way that I'm looking at this. The other way I'm looking at this is it can obviously continue to fall. So like I said, this is a tricky spot. So just wait to see if I see something I like. If I see something I'm like, I'm gonna execute on it. Look at this bounce on here. Yeah, market, no bueno today, eh? Just doing what it wants to do. Don't want to give out too many confirmations, eh? That's not cool. That is not cool. This might be the hardest song on the playlist, in my opinion. Looking at this and the hourly closure above the retest and push. Hourly closure. If you're waiting on the hourly in this type of market, then you may miss the whole move. But I see what you mean. I do see what you mean. But remember, this candle has 43 minutes on it. Now, if this candle was about to close, then I'd say, okay. But this candle just started, so with this type of volume, you may not get that on that time frame, you know. But it does look like a candle flip, and that's why I am more lenient on the bullish side. See, now we're getting like that 3-bar reversal feel. I like the 3-bar reversal feel. Time frame was that 15 minute. $30-minute candle flip would be insane. Is that what we're doing? We're back above 400. I'm feeling bullish here, chat. I'm feeling bullish. I'm feeling bullish. I'm feeling bullish. You know what that means? I'm feeling bullish. So let's see. Would be a good spot here. Measure this again. Push through here. 96. And yeah, I think it's just one contract here because of the risk. Got a little retest here, 400. Currently in gold buys. Oh, nice, nice. Equalizer setting must be all kinds of mess up. Oh, you can't hear the music? Really? You can't hear anxiety in my head. Y'all are so funny. 15-minute, don't really have a bottom wick. It has a baby wick. It has a baby wick. We call these baby wicks. See? And we did do a baby wick on the 30-minute. We actually took out that low. Just now seen that. Let's see. Right. Maybe a buy here. Yeah, like $200 risk. Yeah, maybe $200 risk. We do 2 contracts, it'll be $400 risk. Maybe $200 risk. What are we, frozen? What's going on? I feel like it froze for a second. The stream's buffering for you? Is the stream buffering for you, chat? Let me know. Oh my god, is this candle frozen? Wait, am I frozen? Hold on. No, I don't think I'm frozen. What's going on here? Why it look like... Oh no, it's moving here in the 1 minute. Oh, chat, I'm pretty bullish on here. All right, let's see. 20 seconds till closure. 20 seconds. Five seconds till closure. Was that a gap up? What the heck? Want to see if we can break this high. All right, there it goes. Risk is gonna be 200. You know I gotta put my risk in first because you never know when Trump's gonna say something. You know what I mean, Chad? You gotta look. We gotta put our risk in first, then we can place these up here. You know, we'll place this up here secondary, but you never know when he's gonna say something. Wow, literally the same setup again, huh? We're going for it. All right, take profit 330. Pass. Okay, so if I do my math correctly, I believe this would be passing. Make it TP2. There is a bank zone here at 500. Oh, there's another one there at 550. Jeez. 2 zones. There's one right here. This is 50 points. Then there's another one right here. Too many areas, eh? So yeah, that is going to be the setup. Did not complete the 30-minute flip. About 6 minutes. 6 minutes. So I definitely want to see how that 30-minute candle closes, because that will determine how I want to manage this trade, or how I feel about it really, or if I want to scratch the trade, right? It really depends how that 30-minute closes. Is that zoomed in enough, chat? I'm trying to zoom in. Price isn't moving on the 3-minute. He looks sparkling. Thank you. You good, Lens? Hi, Johnny. Yeah, I'm good. Streams Gucci, not frozen. Thank you, y'all. Trump talks, tumble trade. I hope it's nothing about the tariffs, because then this is going to go the opposite way, right? Market's going to tank. Trump, be quiet for the next 15 minutes, please. The next 15 minutes, please be quiet, Trump. Please do not tweet out anything. If you are going to tweet that you're holding back from the tariffs. That's the only thing we want you to tweet right now. So you know what? The tariffs are going on pause. Cool. Go ahead and tweet that out. If you ain't doing that, don't say nothing, Trump. Let's see what happens. I gotta say, out of all the trading days this week so far, today has been the most difficult day for us out of all the days so far. Monday, Tuesday seemed like a breeze. Today is feeling like aggy, right? A little aggy. A little frustrating. You got caught up in the rumor yesterday? That's funny. Think those tariffs will only hurt your country? Oh, of course. Of course, but it doesn't hurt the rich. Not rich. It doesn't hurt the wealthy. There's a difference between being rich and wealthy. It don't hurt the wealthy, and he's in the wealthy category along with his friends. And as you know, that's all they care about. They care about keeping the wealthy wealthy, right? Alrighty, what time is it? Oh, we got like 3 minutes. No. Okay, yeah, I really want to see how this 30-minute candle closes. But we do have about 3 minutes till then, so... Well, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. This candle's about to close here, and then we got one more 3-minute candle. 10 seconds till closure. I think we're gonna play some chess, chat. It's about that time. Take our eyes off the chart for a little bit. I'm gonna really pay it no mind. I'm really gonna pay it no mind. My eyes are glued to the chessboard. We don't care what happens. We're gonna play a 1-minute game against a real person. Take your eyes off the chart for a second, chat. 1-minute game. Here we go. Sometimes you gotta look away, you know? Sometimes you gotta try to concentrate on something else. They thought they was doing something. They thought they was doing something. We'll do that. 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 Holy. Took my pawn, I took your pawn. That's how it works out here. You take my shit, I take your shit. That's how it works. What they thought. Oh no. Oh no, 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 chat. I folded. Okay, I crashed out. I just gave up a free piece. I just gave up a free piece. No way I just did that. No way I just did that. No way. Holy. No way. GG's, because I gave up that piece. GG's. Jeez, I lost on time. No. Okay, let's take a second. Okay, let's see. What's going on the charts now? 24 seconds till that candle closes. Let's see. So you're seeing it over here on the 1 minute time frame. Back down on that moving average on the 1 minute. On the 3 minute. Excuse me, chat, I sneezed. Hopefully you didn't hear it. 3 minute looks like we're just consolidating. Let's see. 30-minute candle close. This is what I wanted to see. Alright, we closed above my key level here. But I don't know if that's good enough. Because I don't like that we spiked up here and came back down. I kind of wanted us to close above here. Or near here. But that's alright. Let's see. If the 30-minute candle is building a rejection against my key level, then we should be clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff. Clear for the flight. Can we get cleared for the flight? Is the question. Who put this music on? It's so fitting. It's so fitting for the current situation. Bless you. Thank you. Sorry if I missed your chats, chat. You know how I am sometimes. I'm just like in the zone. I'm in the zone. We're in the zone. I love how you can just ignore the markets and play chess. I have to literally close my computer to be able to ignore the markets and not trade. It's like a discipline that I'm actively working on. Hey, Dwayne. Thank you, Dwayne. Yeah, you know, it takes time. It takes time. But you know what they say, you keep repeating something every day for a month, you do it naturally, right? So practice discipline in your real life and you will gain discipline on the charts way faster than normal. That's all. Practice discipline in real life. So as I always tell y'all, go to the gym. Your diet, like watching what you put in your body, saying, you know what, I had a lot of sugar today, let me not have that, right? Just those little things, just disciplining yourself really helps, especially the gym, because in the gym you're pushing yourself. My goodness. Definitely not liking this. Now, let's see on the 5 minute. Jeez. I'm just trying to see if I deem it to still be valid. It could still be valid. It's a tough call because we're back inside of this range on the 15 minute and we're just being extra. We're just coming back down to the bottom of the range. Tough spot to say, chat. Jeez. All right, stopped out of that one. Jeez. What a day today, eh? No bueno. Well, at that point, then I don't think we're going up, because I mean, if we didn't go up here, whoa, what was that? If we didn't go up here, here, apparently we didn't go up here. So at that point in time, I gotta look at it a different way. Or just take a 5-minute break, eh? 5-minute break, chat. Let's see, did we miss anything? Did we miss anything? Not on the 15-minute, what about on the 5-minute? The only thing I see on the 5-minute is maybe this thing going on. So this could be the sell-off. What else? Did I miss anything on the 3-minute? Well, ain't no way they're making this a head and shoulders, right? Ain't no way. That would be interesting if that's what this is. I didn't see that till now. What else? I already saw the 1 minute. Yeah, just seeing like if I missed something. Trying to look at it a different way. Go get your tea. Yeah, I didn't have my tea this morning. Thanks for your insights this morning. I usually cut out around now. 2 hours of intense focus is my limit. You know, Toad, thank you, Toad. I'm glad that you have a limit. That's awesome to have a limit. Hey, Mal. There you go, Mal. Welcome back, Mal. Mal, I think this is my first time seeing you this whole week, huh? The dieting is hard? Nope. See, that's negative manifestation, right? So when you say something's hard, then you're manifesting it to be hard. Then it's hard. Trading is hard. Oh, you're manifesting it to be hard. Right? So we don't realize how we consciously manifest the opposite of what we want. Right? You're saying dieting is hard, so it's going to be hard. But if you say dieting is easy, discipline is easy, then you're going to be easily disciplined in everything you do. Speak into existence what you want. Speak it into existence and follow through with it. You have to change your habits in real life. You can't just say, oh, I want to be a millionaire. Oh, I want to be profitable in trading. Oh, I want to quit my job. I want freedom. I want this and that, right? You can't just do those things and then not change habits in your real life. You have to upgrade yourself for real. You get what I'm saying, chat? We get a 1 in the chat if you get what I'm saying. What do they say? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a difference is the definition of insanity. Right? You got to show that you're upgrading yourself. Upgrade yourself and everything else around you will upgrade. The people that you attract to you are going to be upgraded, okay? The money, everything. I promise. But if you're not upgrading yourself, then you're attracting the same thing, you know? You are what you attract. Thank you for the gotta change the mindset. See you on a win-win, girl. We trying. I think we are. Oh man, we're moving backwards. We were 200 away, then we were 330 away. How far are we away now, chat? We are 520 away now. 520. Going backwards. Uh-oh. Going backwards. That's all right. We know we can do that in one trade. And that's the beauty of risking small, right? The beauty of risking small is like you can make 3 times your risk in one trade, right? So, looking at this rejection here, just trying to look at it in a different way. Could see bearish momentum stepping in. In watch mode, chat. I'm in watch mode. Back in watch mode. Looking to see if I see something. I'm gonna put a little bank zone here. May have to change my bias to the sell side, chat. May have to change my bias. But sometimes that happens, you know. Sometimes I have to change my bias. I like this for sells. We got a little candle flip action going on here. Yeah. I'm gonna take a seller. Stop loss up here. That ain't a cheap stop loss. It's a hefty stop loss. 235. I'm gonna go on a different time frame, see if I can get a little cheaper than that, but on this time frame that looks like a great stop loss. Targeting 284. What'd I say for take profit? 520. Oh my goodness, we would need this whole trade to work out. We would need all the way down to here to pass. Well, let me just see how much I like this. Okay, we got a new 5-minute candle, so let me keep an eye on this new 5-minute candle. Start shooting down. I may move my risk down to here. And I may add to the position, right? So that's definitely something I want to see. Actually, I will move it down to here because this is a candle flip. So yeah, we're going to add to this. Risk is going to be at 87. Yeah, 87. All right, chat. Added to it. So added to it a little bit later. So see how the average price pushed down just a little bit. 520 to pass, chat. Can we get 520 something? Can we do it? Can we pass all 5 of these? Can we do it? Is the question. What do you think, chat? Can we make it to TP1? Can we pass these? I think you know what time it is. I think you know what time it is. Can I get some hype in the chat? Can we get some hype in the chat? Can we pass these? Can we smash TP1? Will it happen live? Will we pass all 5 of these live? Can it be done? Can it be done? Will it be done? Let's see. Move my stop down, minimizing risk here to about 155, because if we break that high, we're definitely not going to be going in our direction. 155 is about right here. Minimizing risk a little bit, risking 155. Not too bad. See if we can get this sell off. At most, we may retest the entry, but I don't really see us doing more than that. Can we get the push? Can we stay below 300 here? 300 is the number to be defeated. I got it labeled right here for you. See if I can zoom in. Can we hold the 300s? Again, 300s is where they're going to want to buy it. Very, very popular buying spot. So that's why it's having some trouble here. But we do need all sellers to be on deck here. We need a lot of selling pressure to come through, and then it can really push down. Hopefully there's a big order. Anything is possible on Official Lid's live stream. Thank you, player. I didn't tap out into the contract. Is it too late? Well, that's what you have to research, right? So, great question. So, In order to know if it's too late, you would know by your data. So like all these questions should be answered when you're studying, right? So when you go back and study this weekend, which is how I became profitable. I just studied on Saturdays. That's how I became profitable. I used every single Saturday to just lock in and study. Okay. So yeah, those are things you want to research. You want to say, okay, take a look at what you typically do in your setup and then take a look at, okay, is this too late? Where do I ideally want to be able to add to my position? Right? And then you'll know when you're live, like, okay, we're past that point. I don't want to add. You know what I mean? So basically when you're adding to a position, remember it is going to move your average price down. So you don't want to be too late, but also your stop loss is important because your stop loss is going to double up. Right? So make sure when you add that when you're moving your stop loss down, there's a point for it. So my stop loss was up here, but where we were, there was a point for my stop loss to go here. You see what I mean? So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my stop loss being here. But if that wasn't here, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have added, right? So make sure there's a mark for your stop loss. I think that's the most important part of adding. Ludovic, what do you think about Bookmaps? Do you use it? Bookmaps has asked me to advertise for them and I said no. I turned down the cash flow because I don't believe it's something that's needed to be profitable. It's just an extra expense. Now don't get me wrong, you like what you like, chat. If y'all like it, y'all like it. You know, I'm not gonna say don't use something if you like it, to each their own. But is it something that you need? No. So yeah. Yeah. So if you see it on a live stream, it's because they're getting paid buku bucks, obviously. And you can say, Lens, thank you so much, Lens, for turning down thousands of dollars to not have bookmarks on your stream so that we buy it because we don't really need it. Thank you, Lens. I missed your message. Where's your message? Let's see. Where's your message? Oh, the owl. Is it the owl? Y'all are funny. I'm being for real, but I'm also being sarcastic. Y'all don't have to thank me, but I am being for real, but y'all don't have to thank me. Thank you, Liz, for putting down book. Y'all are so funny, bro. Y'all are so funny. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't have to thank me, but I did really turn it down. But y'all don't have to thank me. Y'all are so funny. Stopped out. Dang, man. We can't do anything. We can't do anything today. Holy, look at this candle. Oh my goodness. Look at this bottom wick. Holy. Oh, wait, is this still open? What happened there, chat? What happened there? Dang, I guess this is the range of the day. Who called out the pendant earlier? You might have been right about this. Whoever called this out earlier, maybe you're right. Maybe that is what we're doing today. Don't understand the book map? Yeah, you don't need just to make chart simple. The book map is to show the orders, so you can see all the orders. But the way I function is I don't get rich off of other people, in the sense of, think about this, chat. The moment you start focusing on yourself, you start going places. You worried about what A, B, C, D, E, F, G is doing. You're not putting all that energy in yourself. So I don't need the book map, because I don't give a damn what A, B, C, D, and E, F, G where they're placing their trades. I'm worried about my setups and my trades, right? So that's why I don't use the book map. Now, can it be helpful? Perhaps. I mean, when you see like a large order on the DOM, right? And Topstep has the DOM. If you want the DOM, you got it free with Topstep. When you see a large order on the DOM, typically the market does go to fill that order. So some traders use that as a strategy, as, oh, there's a big order up there, so I know price is going up there, you know what I mean? But it's when has worrying about what other people are doing with their money made you rich? Never. Right? Price action irrational going into CPI tomorrow. Minutes at 2 p.m. Think the markets wait for FOMC meeting later. I've been bullish as long as we're still above the daily open. I'll watch you later, bestie. See you, Mal. Bye, Mal. Did Trump say something? I doubt it. This was just one. It was just one candle doing this. I think it's doing the pattern that y'all. Who called it out earlier? Someone called it out earlier. I think it is doing that. Look at it now. We might as well leave this on our screen. Dorito. Nacho cheese Dorito. Cool Ranch Dorito vibes here. That's what we're doing. All right, chat. Time to sell it off. Back down to the range. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, chat. Don't do that. I can't believe I'm drawing this Dorito on my chart. What has trading come to? Oh my goodness, I'm actually drawing it. Holy, I'm actually drawing it. Chat, what y'all got me doing? What is this? I don't know, let me know in the chat. Let's take a let's take a vote here. Is this doing a Dorito pattern? Give me a yes or a no in the chat. How you feeling about it? Do you think we're just gonna range in here and then finally break out? And if we are ranging in here, just know this is a 50-50 pendant, which is unfortunate because that means it could go either way, the breakout, which is so annoying. That is so annoying, isn't it? Thought it was ascending triangle, now it's a Dorito. Yeah, we're just making up names at this point. Hey, I mean, other people got famous off of that, right? They take institutional concepts and name it after themselves. And then the world is like, oh my God, this person is the GOAT. They taught me institutional concepts. Nobody else has ever taught this. Oh my God, they created the market. They created all this. Bro, they're old school concepts. You can look it up. These concepts were made before the person was born. My goodness, touch some grass. Go to the bookstore and get a book from the 1900s and then come back and you'll be like, oh shoot, wait. Is this renamed? Yes, it's renamed. Yes, it's renamed. They're old concepts. They've been existed. They existed over 100 years. You can look it up. My goodness. I told you we're going to start calling support and resistance cheese and toast. And 100 years from now, all the new kids, they're going to start calling support and resistance cheese and toast. Oh my God, Official Lens created cheese and toast. No, her concepts work. It's cheese and toast. It always bounces off of cheese. It goes back to toast. We're smart. You're not. Dumb money. Dumb money talking about support and resistance. We trade cheese and toast. What you talking about? It's crazy. I'm telling you, cheese and toast is about to be a thing. It's about to be a thing, chat. Cheese and toast concepts. Not renamed. They're original. I made them up. I just made them up. Believe every word I say, chat. Franks and beans. Franks and beans. They keep trying to Christopher Columbus stuff. Oh, player. Player, you're being messy in the chat. Look at you. You're being messy. They keep trying to Christopher Columbus stuff. That is hilarious. That's a fact, though. No, I'm serious, chat. Touch some grass, buy an old school trading book. And if you buy a trading book that was created the year before this person was born, then come back and talk to me and be like, it didn't compare it. You'll be amazed. I can't make this up. Yes, the concepts work because they're institutional concepts. Yes. Yes. Of course they work. They've been around for hundreds of years. Hundreds, plural. Plural. I need to hug a tree. Oh, you're funny. You're funny. What about the people who were trading on Wall Street before? Did they just learn those? They just now learned those institutional concepts 5 years ago? Come on now. People are so brainwashed, chat. Oh my God. Ain't no way you think that the people who've been trading on Wall Street for all these years just now learned institutional concepts from 5 years ago because someone decided to make a YouTube channel. There's no way on this planet. There's no way on this planet your brain thinks that. There's no way. Thank you, Liz. It's always been a pleasure to watch you trade. Gotta go edit the day for me. See you, Lua. Thanks for coming through. Wow, look at this on the 15-minute. Annoying price action today after 9:45. Let's take a look at Topstep. How they doing? We're basically at break even now. Break even vibes. What's Topstep doing? Let's go back. We haven't checked on him, what, like an hour? All right. Yeah, Jerome was down 500. And then what happened? Oh, Jay is up 478. Oh, Jerome's back up 200. Okay, he made back the money. Nice. House account's up $100. That's kind of funny. It's funny because of how much they're risking, not because it's $100. Let's see. All right, looks like they're up. Oh, he's trading. MP's up 4 grand. The CEO of Topstep himself is trading. He's trading ESNQ. Oh, well, no shit. No shit. He's trading the minis. Excuse my language, chat. He's trading the minis. Jeez. Running hot streaks. Nice. 46 days of green. Nice. That's dope. Whoever this is, Christopher, congratulations. 46 days of green. That's awesome. In the XFA. Let's see the leaderboard. And if we look at the leaderboard, there's only 2 people up here who trade micros. 3 people, I'm sorry. 3 people up here trade micros. Everybody else trades the minis. Peep that. Average winning day, 12,000, 35,000, 18,000. So I want you to think in your mind how much they're actually trading to actually make this much, right? Or how much they're risking. Because that's the average winning day, like every day. You get what I'm saying, chat? Average losing day, 1,000, 3,600, 1,000, 1,300, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,400. Yeah, most of these average winning or average losing days are minus 3,000, right? So if you think about it, the XFA, the 100K, you can only risk 3,000 overall drawdown. Like that's the most. You're cut. So that's how much they lose on an average losing day, that whole risk. So this is what I was trying to tell y'all before. Just keep in mind, most of these people on the leaderboard are trading minis and the risk is pretty high. So you can see the average losing trade, an individual trade, 1700. Look, minus 1700. That means when they click that buy or sell button, on an average, they lose 1700. You see what I mean? So they're risking pretty high, right? Minus 1200. 444. That's pretty steep, pretty steep, pretty steep. All right. Let's come back over here. New hour coming. Made 36K in Apex. That consistency rule about to sell. The consistency rule. Oh yeah, I just advise to just know the rules before you start, you know, and you be all set. Alrighty, chat. We are vibing here. We are vibing. How do we feel about this? I'm still feeling bearish. I'm actually feeling... It's just because, like, we just couldn't break these highs. We have this 3-bar reversal vibe. I think if price comes down and breaks through here, we should be coming down another 140 points or even a little lower, but at least down to here. Definitely a fill area. So I'm thinking if price breaks through, what price is this? 226, that we will be continuing down. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But those are my thoughts. It all depends what happens here. Now, if I look the opposite way, if price breaks this high, what is that, 140 points? Oh, that's already pretty steep. That's already pretty steep. And also, if this comes down and breaks, then it's going to be a 3-bar reversal on my level here. Right? It'll be a 3-bar reversal right on this level, which I would like. So yeah, that's how I'm kind of looking at it. Numerology is fun. You just point out 444. Mm-hmm. More likely going to get to payout to get denied so I can get a fresh start. They loading the bolt to take out those tops below. I hope not. I'm just watching here. It's just, there's nothing that nothing yet that I'm like, yeah, that's the one, you know. Just some theories. Little theories. Man, the market's annoying today. Wednesdays, man. What time is it, chat? Oh, it's 9 o'clock. We're supposed to be switching over to Twitch. We're supposed to switch over to Twitch, chat. Let me see. So yeah, we're supposed to be switching over to Twitch. See you tomorrow. See you, Jennifer. I need help. I trade XAU USD with 75 pips stop loss. with $75 risk. How many contracts would that be in futures? Moyer, what you have to figure out first is how much one contract is worth in futures, right? How much is one contract? There's two different golds. You have mini gold and you have micro gold. Sounds like you want to trade the micro gold, which is smaller. One contract is $1. Two contract is $2. Three contracts is $3. So from there you can figure out which way you want to go. Okay, does that help you out there? So one contract is equal to $1. Two contracts, $2. Three contracts, $3, and so on. On the micro now, that's on the micro. Okay, that's I'll type it in the chat for you. MGC is micro gold. If you pull up the mini gold, one contract's going to be $10. So that's a lot more money, right? Just keep that in mind. What is Twitch? This is Twitch. Twitch is a streaming platform. So yeah, that's Twitch. Twitch. Hold on. What just happened there? Hold on, chat. What happened to my screens? Just give me a second, chat. Just getting all my screens back up. Do I have... I think I had two. Oh, okay. I had two things open. That's why. 1 second, chat. Almost there. Sorry about that. I know what I did wrong. Clicked on the wrong thing and it minimized everything. All right, back in business. I'm going to switch it back over to my screen. There we go. Sorry about that. Yes, Topstep has micros. I'm on micros right now. So before you do any type of trading with a prop firm, I would say do a lot of research first. It sounds like there's a lot of research that you got to do before you get into futures. That's what I would do first, because we can't just hop into something as an expert if we don't really know, you know what I mean? So do a lot of research. Google is your best friend. And get a notebook and then, you know, write those things down. If you have any other questions with Topstep, they pay people to answer you. They have a chat bot. Actually, they have a chat AI bot too. If you don't want to speak to a real person, they got a chat AI bot, and they also have a phone number you can call too. Keep that in mind. You know, if you have deeper questions when you do your research. Okay. I'm not in a mood, come my flight there late. So I jumped on a private jet and I'm asking a pilot the ETA. Mali, welcome to the official fam. Thank you so much for joining. Got a co-coach. See you, Dave. See you. Chart doesn't have vertical tools left. You're new to Tradeovate. Yeah, go ahead and check out my Tradeovate tutorial video. Well, my chart is minimized, so you can't see everything because it's, well, I guess you could kind of see everything, but it is minimized a bit. Yeah, it's just minimized a little bit. But yeah, I did just upload a Tradeovate tutorial last Friday, I think, last week. So yeah, if you click on my videos, you can take your time, go through that quick tutorial. Just waiting here, chat. It's a nasty range here. It's a very, very nasty range. It may just have to be a break-even day, you know? It's always the time I get off. Boom, there goes the setup, right? It's always like that, right, chat? When you turn off your computer, oh, there it goes. How do you get a stop loss set on TradeMate? Watch your video. Yeah, so if you watched my video, I clicked on the mouse, right? So to click on the mouse and let me get my mouse here. Click on the mouse and then you can click one of these, right? And that's it. But yeah, try to rewatch the video because I do explain that. You click, you press it, done. Last call, biggest stock market crash in history has started. We'll hit before Easter, really short tonight. Terrence, hi Terrence. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Market, do something. Come on. Got a new hourly candle pushing back up to 400. We just smacked 400. Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Back up to 400. Oh my goodness. Insane. This is insane. Well, we got a double bottom 3-bar reversal vibe going on. We do have that going on. We got a 3-bar reversal vibe here going on. And see, now it's starting to look more bullish, right? Now it's looking the other way rather than bearish. On chat, I think my dog got stuck. All right, we are back with it. So, you want to say hi to the stream? Never mind, it's pushing now. It's definitely looking more bullish now than it was before. $15-minute candle is gonna close in 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. Can you see him, chat? Can you see him? This is the puppy, and he's a pretty big puppy, as you can see. Pretty big for a puppy. Oh, you can't really see him too much. Oh, now you can see him. He's wagging his tail. You happy? You happy? Yeah. This is my smallest dog, chat. How old is he? Like a year and change. A year and some change. This is my smallest dog. My biggest dog is in the living room. And she's a lot bigger than him. Like double his size. Double his size, double his height. Not double his height, but double his size for sure. All right, you gotta go now. Yeah, you gotta go. No. You're still wagging your tail. You gotta go. You gotta go. Hold on. Give me a couple minutes, okay? Give me a couple minutes. Now he's gonna want to go out. I set myself up, chat. Now I'm gonna have to take him out. He's gonna get excited. There it goes for the launch. Some whole ass shit. Some whole ass shit. This is some whole ass. Where's my sticker? There it is. This is some whole ass shit. Alright, so for now, I'm gonna be watching, I guess 500. I guess I'll watch 500. And we will watch... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. 500 and 450. Let's watch this area. Love to hop in it, but it definitely have to be 1 micro. I'll tell you that. It definitely got to be 1 micro. We can't get a retest? You just gonna leave us? Yeah, can we get a retest to 450? Something, bro. Come down to 450. Alright, let's see. It's a fresh new 3-minute candle. Would love a retest, but hey, it's not Christmas every day in the market, right? They don't have to give a retest, but would love it. Alright, came back down to 450. If it comes down further, even great. If it launches up, I may give it a shot. Maybe 40-point stop loss. So then maybe I will put 2 contracts on it. Maybe I will, chat. Maybe I will. Alright, I'm gonna put that under there. Alright, gonna use the 50s as my stop loss since we had a little bounce off of there. Little tight stop loss here. Playing with 2 contracts. Very, very tight stop loss. In the 70s mark here. Again, stop loss is at the 50s, price is in the 70s. So pretty tight stop loss. Price was in the 90s when I entered and I put it at the 50s. So yeah, let's see if we can get back up to the 90s. See if we can push through 500. Then I may add. We can push to 500. And if I do add again, that'll be the last time that I add. Just want to get it pushed to 500 and then I want to add to it. Zoom in for you. Stay focused. Missing trade stops today. Now I left my charts. When I came back, the move already happened. Oh no. Well, that's all right. It happens, right? It happens. It happens. Again, if we can get a push back up to entry, I want to add one more time. Make everybody take their profits, whoever took that buy, eh? Oh man, took us out there. No bueno today in the markets. No bueno. No bueno. Let's see. What time is it? It is 12 o'clock on the other side. Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if later on has better setups. But here we go again, bouncing off of the 50s. Decided to just chop it up here on the 1 minute. That was my stop loss right here in the 50s. I want you to notice that that was really quick, but we got another bounce up for 32 points. Isn't that crazy? Right when it touched the 50s. Volatile market here. Very, very volatile. I mean, I know I had a tight stop loss, though. That's okay. I think it's gonna shoot up now. Yeah, I'm looking to see if it flips up here. If I went up like butter, moonwalking. Give it another try. It's 180. All right, 3 contracts on this one, risking $200, 3 contracts. Could be $1,200 trade, I think, if it goes all the way up here. I think, right? 1,200? Yeah. Same thing here, looking for a bounce off of those 50s. The reason why I don't mind risking this is because, well, obviously 200 for 1,200 is pretty freaking good risk, right? Flip again, chat. All right, I'm gonna call it a day then. I will call it a day on that note. I will call it a day, and it's fine. You know, sometimes you're not gonna have a green day every day. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have a green day every day, so we'll take We'll take the minus $300. Get playing around a little bit here. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. Maybe walk away for a little bit, come back and check it out. See how I feel about it. Maybe power hour. Power hour is not for another maybe 30 minutes, huh? Oh no. Power hour is in like 2 hours, huh? Okay, yeah, I got time to eat breakfast. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the gym and eat breakfast and then kind of scope out these charts a little bit. Other than that, I don't see nothing. I'm good. All right, chat. Enjoy. See ya. Thank you. All right, fam. On that note, thank you so much for being so positive today in the chat. Thank you for chatting with me. I really appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you stay positive. Don't forget to smile. I'm out.